Here's how this works. Water, salt, and pepper, those are freebies. Your pantry, it better have flour, oil, vinegar, mustard, and garlic. Beyond that, you'll only need 5 more ingredients and 25 minutes to put an entree or entire meal on the table. So, shop, set the clock, and let's dish out. Our first ingredient is going to be some lemon, whose juice we will use as a beautiful garnish. Grab a couple of tuna steaks. As written, this will serve 4 people, but I'm just showing you enough for 2 here. Grab some tomatoes. I love those beautiful multicolored grape or cherry tomatoes. A bag of spinach and some fresh basil leaves. Dried stuff just cannot compare when mixed with fresh tomatoes. But first, we'll sear our tuna. We're going to put some oil down in a skillet over medium-high heat. Lay our tuna steak in and just give it 1 to 2 minutes per side. Of course, we'll season with a sprinkling of salt and plenty of fresh cracked pepper. We are not going to get a great hard dark sear on the outside here. We're just trying to get a little color on the outside, give it a flip, let it go for another minute or 2. We want to keep this nice and rare on the inside. If you want to cook yours all the way through or medium, that's totally up to you, but definitely looking to keep my nice rare center. In that same skillet with that olive oil, salt, and pepper, a little bit of tuna fat, we'll toss our tomatoes. We want to blister them on the outside for a minute or 2, and then they should start to soften in that oil, and just go ahead and start to break them up, squish them. You're not trying to totally turn these into a sauce, you just want a chunky jam. As you start to release some of that liquid from the tomatoes, it'll cook off. You can always add a splash of water if things are getting too dry too quickly, but mine are cooking down beautifully. I added in a couple cloves of minced garlic, and I'm continuing to smash up those tomatoes. And then to accent the acidity in the tomatoes, we'll go ahead and hit these with a splash of red wine vinegar as well. Could be any type of vinegar that you'd like here. We'll taste those for seasoning and then remove them to a bowl, set them aside. Not even going to clean the whole pan out here, just wipe out the tomatoes, add in a little more oil, then we'll add in that whole bag of baby spinach. And spinach, of course, wilts down to just about nothing. We'll pop a lid on here to let some steam help us out. Then after 2 to 3 minutes, just go ahead and go in there and stir that spinach up. We really want to wilt this down just barely to the point where it's softened. We don't want to totally obliterate all those stems and pieces because we want it to still have a little bit of texture. So once it's starting to soften, go ahead and get it off the heat. We'll slice up our beautiful seared tuna, and look at that. Again, you want to cook yours more? Absolutely, go for it. I love a beautiful rare piece of tuna. Now to our tomato jam, we're just going to fold in some fresh basil. I like to do this off the heat so that that basil retains all of its nice fresh floral notes. And with all that in hand, we are ready to build this. So I like to grab a bowl and fill it up with a little bit of brown rice. Of course, you can pop that in the microwave or use day-old rice if you had some sitting around. We'll build a nice mound of spinach around which we will lay our pieces of tuna. Now, once again, guys, you don't have to get fancy with this, but I love showing off that beautiful rare tuna and all the vibrant colors that this dish brings to the table. Some pun intended, I guess. We'll get a big pile of that tomato jam there. A couple of wedges of lemon to squeeze down over our fish and rice. And of course, we have to garnish with a little bit of fresh basil leaves so everyone knows what flavors they can expect inside. Got to squeeze down that lemon to get that fresh juice and acidity all over that tuna. I absolutely adore rare tuna with that nice little sear on the outside, perfectly seasoned. That lemon juice is just an absolute beautiful garnish. The real star of this show, though, if you ask me, is that tomato jam. I mean, it's so deeply flavorful thanks to the umami notes from the tomatoes. The vinegar just wakes up all the acidity in there. That basil is nice and floral and sweet. Man, this is a great bowl of food that's healthy, quick, and very easy, if not a bit impressive to look at if I do say so myself. So thanks for watching, and now it's your turn to go make something delicious.